Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Attack the Baseline. This is sort of a little special trade deadline primer. A couple ideas that I had in mind. 5 trade proposals, as you would say, of moves that I think make sense for both teams involved. I have Kristen react to them, and let's see what she thinks. If you'd like to send us an email about how you feel about my trade ideas, you can send us an email, attackthebaseline@gmail.com, or send us a DM on Bluesky, Instagram, TikTok at ATBPod. Leave us a 5-star rating and review with your trade ideas. Subscribe to the YouTube, and of course, tell your friends and family to get excited about the trade deadline because it only comes once a year, and it is a fun day to at least think about. And maybe the WNBA surprises us and we get some exciting trades. But let's send it over there now to talk about some of my trade ideas. I haven't come up with the order.
That's fine.
That I want to present these trades. So I'm going to look the least harmful to most exciting, most interesting.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll start with the first one. We talked about, and I guess this isn't technically new, but we talked about Washington getting their point guard. Mm-hmm. So for me, and I think this is an incredibly realistic trade, would be Washington sending a 2028 first and Lucy Olsen or Alicia Flores to Chicago for Skylar Diggins. Mm-hmm. Another report today, Coach Marsh said that Skylar is week to week. She is not hurt. She is not playing.
Her toe.
Her toe is hurt. Mm-hmm. Week to week means she is never going to play on this team because
next week
she'll be on a different team. Exactly. So there's no ramp up. It was day to day before, and now it's week to week.
Right.
She hasn't been playing games to hurt it more, and we're not hearing from her. So
yeah, no.
I consider this a trade request without formal request.
Sure.
And we talked about Washington. We said Washington makes sense. They could use a point guard. They could push Georgia Amore to 6th or 7th position. Mm-hmm. And just looking at schedule difficulty, Washington has the 11th most difficult schedule. So they have an easy schedule coming up.
Okay, that was
they have
confusing.
the 5th easiest schedule amongst teams as we end the regular season here, 16, 17 games, whatever it is. If you get a player like Sky to raise your ceiling, you could be the 6th seed, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
Go on a run. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Sony and Kiki want to try that Shakira.
Yes.
And I don't think it makes sense for them to trade a player like Michaela, which is why I didn't have them trading Michaela, whose money is a little bit closer to Sky, because Michaela is clearly like the veteran mentor for those young women. So,
well, she's still young. She's like 24, but she was Lauren's coach. She was some of their coaches at UCLA. So yes, that's true.
It's funny that I act like she's so much older. She's 26.
Okay, 26.
So yeah, a little bit older.
Yeah,
but not like she's 30. Like Skylar becomes the immediate like grizzled vet.
Yeah,
but a really good grizzled vet who can set this team up really well to knock down open shots.
And obviously, Skylar's vibe might not be the same vibe you would think as these young hoes. But I think she would kind of like it. I think she would have fun.
Yeah.
Skylar.
Yeah. And look.
And like that would be giving her a mission. Like, we're making the playoffs, we're making a little run.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we need you to do that. I think she would appreciate that.
I think that makes sense. So that's the first one. That's the most obvious, the most talked about trade.
I want it.
I want it too. Okay, trade number 2. I have New York adding a little wing defense. I have them trading a 2028 second and third and Beck Allen for salary for Jordan Horston from Seattle.
Yeah, that's interesting. As I was contemplating what teams do I think should make a trade, New York is so interesting because they had so many moves in the offseason. This team is loaded.
Yes, it seemed like they were loaded.
Well, yeah. I mean, you have Satu, she's hurt. People keep getting hurt, and they've slipped down in the standings. So it's like, which is just like not acceptable for them, surely.
Right.
So yes, you wouldn't think they would need something. I would think, okay, like with Satu back hopefully soon, then that will click things into place. But you might, like, if I'm them, like, I don't even want to risk that maybe. I want to guarantee that I'm further up in these standings pretty soon. So yeah, I would do it just to kind of ensure that.
Yeah.
I would make a trade for defense. I'm saying they need more defense. I think
exactly.
Yes, for sure.
And Horston is a good defensive player coming off of an injury from last season. Her numbers are slightly down. Her minutes are down, but that's kind of an effect of like Seattle being full of young players. She's averaging like 17 minutes per game. She's not going to be, she's a specialty defender at this point. In my mind, she's a younger Benijah Laney Hamilton type player. And Benijah Laney Hamilton is not giving you good minutes right now. So sure, you could also just trade her.
Is Beck Allen.
Or no, exactly. And that's why Beck Allen's the one that's moving.
Yeah.
Jordan only makes $320K. So Beck's is 350. That's perfect. And then, really, like you said, this team appears loaded, but a player like Han Shu, you're not going to trust in the playoffs.
For an extended period of time, sure.
Rebecca Gardner, you're not necessarily going to trust.
Right.
Well, I mean, she's a veteran, but...
Well, look, this is what I was worried about. Roll back the tapes. It's incredibly hard to have 4 players on near max contracts and then make sure the rest of your players are like good enough.
But they kind of did it, and now they're dealing with injuries.
Well, clearly they didn't.
Right.
Like, they're not even ever playing like 3 other players because they're not doing well.
Yeah.
So I think they need to try something, and I would support that.
Yes. And who knows if Jordan Horston is playable in the playoffs, but theoretically, I think she makes sense for at least the end of season run that New York has in front of them. So that's my second idea.
Okay. I like it.
Okay, my third trade idea has Vegas. I'm ready for your reaction here. Vegas adding two-way depth, offense and defense. I have Las Vegas trading a 2028 first and Stephanie Talbot for salary to Portland for Emily Enksler.
No. Oh my God.
Emily has had an incredible year this year. An incredible year on both sides of the ball. 1.6 steals and 1.6 blocks.
I know.
She's shooting the ball extremely well for historically for her. All of her shooting splits are up.
Yeah.
And when you look at the Aces roster, they are significantly less deep than that New York team, who I mentioned have a certain amount of depth issues. Let's just look at they just lost 100-99 to Washington in their last game.
Sure.
And if you look at the box, it is obviously Asia, Jackie, Chelsea,
right,
Nalissa. Stephanie Talbot gave them 8 minutes. So Stephanie Talbot is not, a major rotation piece.
No.
Jewel is giving them 25 plus off the bench. Bree Turner, Cheyenne, Dana Evans is healthy again and playing again, and we haven't mentioned that. But like, you got no extra punch off the bench.
Yeah.
Realistically, it's Jewel.
Right.
But I kind of think
What? So Emily becomes like the 8th option on this
no.
team?
She becomes like the 5th option, whatever it is. She just gives them a wing that they can play
Sure.
instead of, 2 guards and Asia.
Yeah, I get it.
Kennedy didn't work.
I know. And that's, of course, what they have to kind of consider. Because at the beginning of the season, they had that incredible energy and defensive mindset and offense on the team in Kennedy. So clearly, the Aces can do it all themselves. But surely it wouldn't hurt to have some more depth. I completely agree with that.
And the real reason that I think it, and you might be thinking it's crazy that, oh, you're going to give a first for Emily Engstler. She is a restricted free agent, so you get her rights, her negotiating rights as well. She's on a minimum salary right now, and she shouldn't be. She's outplaying that salary tremendously.
For sure.
And I believe that she's due for a big payday. It's like, I believe a team should go out and get her.
Yeah.
And I just think it makes sense that Vegas now looks at Minnesota, looks at Golden State.
Yeah.
They're like, looks at New York behind them. It's like, oh, well, we could stand to add really defense first.
Yeah.
Is what I think you're getting.
Yeah. And in terms of the first round pick, I guess there's a monetary value to it, of course. But the way I would kind of think about it is the actual value it would bring to like any particular team we're talking about. A first round pick to the Las Vegas Aces means literally nothing.
That's why I'm saying this is how they operate.
Exactly. Like they don't care about that pick.
Right.
So I don't care at all about giving that up.
Because in 2028, you're still going to have Asia. Jewel is still under contract.
They'll have a last pick in the round, which they have had for the past X number of years, and they don't even ever keep that player.
Right. Aaliyah Nye isn't on the team anymore.
Right. Kate Martin's not on the team. They don't care.
Right.
So I don't hate this. I would obviously not hate Emily Engstler being on a contender. I would like that for her. It seems like she's having like a little great time.
I do think so in Portland.
However, obviously that team is now going to be worse.
Yeah.
Because Sarah Ashley Barker tore her ACL. We didn't mention that. That obviously sucks. So they're probably not going to make the playoffs.
Right. So,
Which,
hey, getting a future first.
Okay.
You just got your team together. Steph Talbot, she's not a player that I think is like an upside player for them, but who knows?
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I know. I really, it's like, how can I get Emily a chip?
Sure.
But I legitimately think that she, with those restricted rights,
No, she
with
would
how
help
much of
the
a
team.
leap that she's taken this
Yes.
year, I think it makes sense for a team to go out and try to get her.
Definitely.
Might not be Vegas, but I can see, because I don't think Portland, with Sarah getting hurt, has
They could
playoff
sell.
aspirations. And maybe it's next year. Maybe they just want to slow roll it. They could, like we saw Vegas, or like we saw Golden State. Just an idea. Next one, I have my 4th out of 5 trades. I have, can Phoenix try to make a playoff push? This one's kind of interesting.
Am I answering that? Okay.
No, that's what this trade means to me. I have Seattle trading Ezzy Magbagor to Phoenix for their 2027 first round pick. So this upcoming draft,
Okay.
which is high risk considering that they're a bottom 5 team right now.
Yeah.
So that's a good pick. Right now, it's a good
Right now
pick.
would be a good pick.
And Valerian Ayayi for salary.
Okay.
So what this means for Phoenix is that they create a 3-woman core of Ezzy, Ka, AT.
Yeah.
I think they would fit together
Well,
a decent amount. Adding a true big. You would also have 3 years of 3 years of contract with Ezzy. Ezzy, who's been through it. through a lot
Yeah.
this season. But I was like, Ezzy Magbagor makes so much sense to be moved on from for
Yes.
Seattle with the emergence of Awa and the emergence of Dami.
I think everyone agrees with that.
So I was like, what team makes the most sense to add her?
Yeah.
And Phoenix has a little extra money. They don't have to like cobble together a bunch of players. They have some like all-star level talent.
Yes.
But they're under succeeding.
Yeah.
They do have like a middle of the pack difficulty schedule. And it has been a really like overall poor season for them.
Yeah.
But I think that this is also kind of how Matt Ishbia acts. He wants to go get a star if he can. And that first looks pretty nice to a team like Seattle, who is trying to build long term.
Of course.
If they think that Ezzy's going to like have some more play time issues, like maybe Phoenix doesn't get it together and they still end up as a bottom 5 team. And then you have a potential like lottery pick in your pocket if you're Seattle trading that away with we're getting Phoenix's pick. So I like this one just because I get to create a new 3-woman core in Phoenix because I think that's what they want.
I think that would be very exciting. I do hope that Ezzy gets moved because I think she just would have a better fit anywhere else, basically. I am assuming she's back or going to be back relatively soon. She
Facial fracture.
has a fracture. And she was home in Australia during the All-Star break. But I do love that idea of pairing her with AT, giving AT like a true center to work with. I think that would work out well. I also think a first round pick to the Mercury, I don't also think they really care particularly
they should.
about.
They should.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But I don't think historically in recent seasons, to me, I don't think they have.
No, but fortunately they have all 3 for the next 2 years.
Sure.
So
I think it's risky because, obviously they can reload with hopefully someone good in this next draft. And it might just be too late for this to actually make a difference.
yeah,
Like,
could be.
I don't, with the ease of the Mystics schedule, I would really struggle to see how the Mercury make it into the playoffs. So I don't really think it would make a difference, but it definitely would like re-energize a fan base. I think give them a lot more like hope for a future. Ezzy is incredibly talented young player. So
There you go.
I think Ezzy could be more valuable than this first round pick that they would be giving up.
But
So I would do it. I would definitely do it from Seattle.
okay, you would.
I would probably do it from Phoenix. I think they need something. Like, it's just been so blah lately. And I think they need some kind of spark, whether it makes a difference in making the playoffs or not. I think I would do that.
Yeah, some kind of spark. Not a spark, but a storm.
Yeah.
And one last trade for us to think about. I don't know. This one's probably the least likely. Really feels like the least likely. Maybe the Emily Enksler one's pretty unlikely too, just from a rebuilding standpoint. But I have Golden State, the Valkyries, making a push, trading with LA, but not the player that you think. Making a trade for Kelsey Plum to Golden State is pretty difficult. There is significant salary crunch on Golden State. And of course, every roster is booked up. So you have to either, you're always cutting a player if you're trading 2 for 1 to match salary. You can't just trade Kayla Thornton for Kelsey Plum, which is why I don't have that being the trade. I have a 3-team trade here.
Even though Kelsey Plum so generously took only $999,999.
Yeah, she took that dollar down. Doesn't really help here. I have Golden State. Now, work with me here.
Yeah.
I have Golden State sending out their 2027 second and third round picks,
Okay.
and either one of whoever they prefer, Tiffany Hayes or Kyla Charles, one of the two.
Okay.
They make similar money.
They
600.
probably prefer Tip.
I think they would prefer to upgrade on Tip. Because looking at Kyla's numbers, I was like, damn,
Yeah.
her defensive metrics are really good. I have Toronto receiving Tiffany Hayes and cutting Tima Poye to make the money work. So they are the salary absorbing team.
Okay.
And I have LA sending Ray Burrell to Golden State and receiving the second and third round pick
From
Golden State. So at the end of the day, Toronto gets Tip, cuts a player.
why?
Maybe Toronto gets Tip in a third.
Okay.
Toronto gets Tip in the third.
All right.
LA gets a second for Sweet Baby Ray. And
Okay.
Golden State gets Ray Burrell.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know. I'm like looking around and I'm looking at Ray Burrell scoring 20 points on this godforsaken LA team that
Yeah.
has nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I guess they could just like batten down the hatches and hope that KP returns and they make a run at it. But like, I kind of feel like they should just, I don't know, shake the box.
Well, I think they're really on the cusp of doing that. Like, they just fired the GM.
Right.
So clearly they want to make changes. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't surprise me if they're involved in trade discussions, at least.
Yeah. I mean, this one, look, the more I think about it, it like doesn't really make sense. Is Ray Burrell worth a second? In my mind, she's worth more than a second.
Yeah.
Similar to Emily, she has restricted rights. But I don't know. Yeah, and that's a bad second too. I don't know. It's hard to value second and third round picks in this league for me. And we just talked about how Golden State needs like an offensive engine to help them out here. And Ray is quite talented, and her 3-point shot has looked pretty good this year. Her scoring is good. Her numbers are up.
But I feel like she's like just another wing.
Yeah. Which is why I have them giving up a wing.
It's like oops, all wings.
I
on
would
this
rather
team.
well, of course. But I would rather have Ray Burrell than Tiffany Hayes, and maybe that's counter.
No, of course I would too.
So I'm like,
true.
how can I upgrade this team a little bit to give them a little more offense?
Sure.
And in this case, like Ray's not starting if she gets traded to Golden State, in my opinion. She's 6th or 7th. Mm-hmm. But they have a ton of depth in Golden State too.
A ton.
But I feel like they've got room to turn it up one notch.
Yeah.
But it's really hard. It's really tough. You have to really, Tiffany Hayes is the player, $600,000. What can I turn $600,000 into?
Yeah.
Plus picks. We haven't seen this. They've been conservative with their picks.
Yes.
They have a future second down the road from Seattle, right? They got a future second from Seattle
From the Flage
situation. Trade. Maybe that one's more valuable. Maybe trade that one instead of your own.
Sure.
And that makes this a little nicer. But really, yeah, Toronto. Why? Toronto's just like here to facilitate, just like happy to help.
I think Toronto wouldn't do that. For what?
I don't know. Tiffany Hayes probably doesn't even want to, wouldn't want to play. She would just like sit and then retire.
Okay.
But she's on a guaranteed contract, so it's like kind of tough.
Yeah.
But Toronto, I don't know. Other ideas. Somehow you figure out Brittany Sykes trade, maybe
No, well,
to Golden
she's
State.
hurt.
I know she's hurt. I'm like, I just don't see, and she's worth too much money too, similar to KP.
Yeah.
She's actually worth more money. So never mind. Forget that. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I am wondering, I would have loved to have been in the back room of the Valkyries right now and during the draft. And I'm just wondering if right now they're perhaps regretting how they handled that situation. Because I feel like they didn't want to lose their identity at all.
Right.
So they kind of held on to these players that they could have moved on from, like Tip. And you could have gotten something like really good from the draft and like not did that weird thing that you did.
Yeah.
And you might be in a better situation.
Yeah. I don't know. If Medina Okot was on this team, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
So that one probably no, but all the rest of them,
You kind of like it?
I would co-sign.
Okay. If you just my short list of other players that like I'm thinking I could see moved at the deadline potentially to the right, to the right situation. I said Ezzie and Jordan, Kennedy Burke. She makes a lot of money, but like, who knows? Olivia Nelson-Adota.
I thought of her.
Anissa Morrow.
Thought of her.
You could potentially see that. I was really trying to make an Anissa Morrow trade, and I couldn't figure out like what made sense.
Literally on my walk home from work, I was like, where could Anissa Morrow go?
I was like, could she go to Golden State? Not enough defense there.
Yeah.
So, Skylar, Elizabeth Williams, maybe I could see them moving on from her.
No, she's been defensively good.
But from the free throw line, she's been particularly not good.
Yeah.
In the Sparks, you got KP, potentially Cam, Ray.
Yeah.
I could see any of that. And then from the Fire, I said M with a question mark. Louisa, a player that's out of for a team that might want to.
I don't think she has much draft capital at this point.
But maybe I could see like, we'll give up a third for Louisa because she's a big that can shoot. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe Phoenix. Maybe Phoenix. Another big. I don't know. But that's all my trade ideas.
Fun. We'll see.
We will see. Hopefully we get some trades that we can react to. But those are mine. I love thinking about trades. So I had to at least come up with a couple today. And if I have any more, I'll put them on Bluesky. Check them out. That'll do it for this episode of Attack the Baseline. Thank you for listening to everything that I had. Considerations as far as what this deadline is concerned. I'm hoping that we get something. I'm hoping that we get some movement. It's been really quiet throughout the league, so maybe we get some exciting shakeups and we get to see some new players on different teams. But that'll do it for this episode of Attack the Baseline. If you'd like to send us an email, of course, you can do so at our email, attackthebaseline@gmail.com. Bluesky, Instagram, TikTok, ATBPod. Subscribe to the YouTube. Leave us a 5-star rating and review. And, of course, tell your friends and family to get excited for the deadline and the second half of everything there is to come. Kristen, I'm staring at the baseline. And, as always, what are we going to do?
Attack it.
Attack the baseline. Thank you so much for listening. And we'll talk to you very soon about those Washington Mystics.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.